Technology is now coming fast, so without technology we cannot showcase it in front of the peoples in the world. So second, you need to know how to market it, know how to showcase your product in front of the world. You cannot just mail and ask people to come, it won't work now. It has many things different, the change. So you people has to change these things as well. And then another thing, the prices of our tour package. It is depend on many things. The major role plays is the air ticketing. If one of the people intend to go to Bangkok from the Hong Kong, they will easily get ticket within the amount of rupees 25,000, something like that. The distance is same. But whereas if Nepal people want to go to Bangkok, the airfare is not less than 35. That is one example only. Other countries, it's very expensive. If you go to Maldives, if you go to Sri Lanka, due to the direct flight, there is no direct flight, so the cost is more expensive. So the itineraries, the cost is major cost effect is that is the airlines cost. So Nepal government or Bangladesh government even have not much fleet. Nepal we don't have even four fleet or four Boeing only. But Bangladesh I don't know, but still they have to strengthen their airlines also. So that is the government role to play. So we have difficulties of that things. This is I told you that the major effect of the tour cost is the airline's fare. And then another thing is, I already told you that we have a prices war in competition, unhealthy competition in SAARC country. I must say SAARC country, especially I see the Nepal, Bangladesh, and the India. We don't have the standard of the prices. People have lots of money to spend, but we don't have that capacity to showcase our product or entertain themselves to spend their money. And another way, we are competing each other. Now in the world, now people are not like they before. That they once they think that he want to travel by this airlines, by this travel, they used to do that. Now they ask many people, many travel agents, and they go for the online. They seek online which one is cheaper, where I do I get that cheaper. So it is the major challenge also as well. We think about the quality, quantity as well, but quality is the main important. Like our country, if you go to the other developed country, you have to spend as much as they ask you. But the other people, rich people, developed people, they don't need to expend as much as we ask. We are always, they are always getting privilege in our country, like our country. So this is the next thing the young people have to think how to get rid of this unhealthy competition and marketing by online, marketing by technology, and then your concept. Change of concept is necessary. You cannot work like your father used to work, as I used to work. That is now outdated. So you people, the young people, even I want to request government to have more tourism colleges and the universities, and there should have the exchange of the um, scholarship that will also enhance the
DBG, now you have 1 more minute.
yeah, product of the to exchange the knowledge of product knowledge of each other's country, and then it also built up the good relationships between the countries to countries. So I think my time is over. I say again, thank you very much.
Thank you, DBG. He has highlighted a couple of issues which is so important if you really want to improve, develop, integrate tourism activity between Nepal and Bangladesh specifically. Before going to details, we first listen all the speakers, then we'll try to give the opportunity to the floor, then we'll try to wrap up all these issues. So the next speakers on my right, because we have not yet received Mr. Shah yet. Is he coming? Vinayak Shah, he's from Hotel Association. So we move ahead to the third speaker. If the Vinayak Shah comes in, then we can give the opportunity again. Ang Siring Sherpa on my right, who is the president of Nepal Mountaineering Association. He's expert in adventure tourism and specifically mountain tourism. Ang Siringji, you have 10 minutes, enough?
12 minutes.
Okay, I will give you the alarm.
Not more than. Moderator of this tourism panel, panelists, colleagues, the organizers, the energetic and dynamic youths, ladies and gentlemen, media personnels. It gives me immense pleasure and great honor to have this opportunity to share my experiences, which our moderator already mentioned. I spent 42 years in the field of tourism as a mountaineer, trekker, trekking and mountaineering operator, airlines helicopter operator, tour rafting operator, and chain hotels and resort hotels operator last 42 years. I like to express my sincere gratitude and appreciation to the organizer to have this, to share my experiences on the occasion of Nepal Bangladesh Youth Conclave Conference here in the beautiful historic metropolitan city of Kathmandu, the capital of Nepal. Ladies and gentlemen, tourism is one of the fastest growing industry in the world. Nepal, without doubt, has tremendous potential to develop tourism because of unique natural and cultural heritage. In this context, the 10th year National Tourism Strategic Plan of Action of Nepal 2016-2025 has been declared by the government of Nepal with the aim of increasing national productivity and revenue, increasing employment opportunities, increasing foreign currency earning, improving the regional imbalance, and projecting the image of Nepal in the international arena through the development and diversification of travel and tourism industry. Ladies and gentlemen, tourism accounts hundreds of millions of dollars to government revenue and employment opportunity for hundreds of thousands of people. However, both Nepal and Bangladesh working their tourism industry largely independently from each other. Now we can see that by working together, formulating a mutual beneficial policies, both Nepal and Bangladesh can increase the revenue and employment as well as stimulate the local economy as well as greatly enhance the reputation of tourism as a best tourism product in the world. Since many of Bangladeshi youths are here, therefore I briefly like to highlight the prospects of mountaineering and mountain tourism here in Nepal. Ladies and gentlemen, Nepal is a God-gifted, mysterious land of hidden paradise nestled in the lap of the Himalayas. You will never forget the experiences and the memories of the white snow peaks, roaring river valleys, ancient preserved cities with the towering pagoda temples, cordial, friendly people with their fascinating folk ways. Nepal is a country of contrast. One would be hard-pressed not to find a landscape or culture in Nepal that would not remind them home. From the flat land where Lord Buddha and Sita were born in ancient times, or the highest place on earth where men only set foot in modern times. Nepal has treasure to be discovered for all. Many knows that the highest mountain lies in Nepal, but few knows the warmth of the people of Nepal. It is this that makes Nepal a second home to those who ever experience it in first hand. Nepal hosts some of the most spectacular natural areas and biodiversities of the world. Nepal boasts 118 ecosystems, 75 categories of vegetation, 35 types of forest, 125 different ethnic groups, each with their uniquely own language, culture, and tradition. This multi-ethnic diversity is living in harmonies for centuries has made Nepal one of the richest cultural